address, we talked earlier about some bylaw changes. Where appropriate for us to see also, what is it the CSBA, the California School Board Association, what is it the CSBA recommends? What do we currently have? What do other school districts in the area have? So staff, when staff develops an agenda item for us to consider, that's the kind of work that staff typically does, because they know that as a board, those are the kinds of questions that we're going to ask staff. They also know that when the community looks at an item, that's the kind of information the community is going to demand. So to have an individual, board member indicate that an item that's going on the agenda is not to be altered, that is to be placed on verbatim, I think does a disservice not only to the community, but it makes it very difficult for us as a board to deliberate and to make a decision other than just to turn down a request or a move to make a modification. So I would ask that we place, and I'll work, and I'd be happy to work with the president to get some, get a better understanding of what it is I'm asking. But what I'd like to see is a discussion with an ability for the board to provide some direction as to what it is we want, or how it is we want to see items placed on the agenda. What's the format? What do we expect out of staff in terms of background work and other research that need to be brought forward, so that we make sure that concerns about legalities and spending and all those things are there, and even maybe when it's appropriate for staff to make a recommendation as to whether or not what's being moved forward is appropriate or not appropriate. So I'd be happy to further expand on that with you. Thank you.
Ms. Mayo? I just want to share that it's always exciting to continue with the school visits, and today Mrs. Locke and I were at Bancroft, and last week we were all at Cambridge Elementary School. We've recently been at El Dorado, Pine Hollow, Sequoia Middle School, Riverview Middle School, and the Gregory Gardens Assessment Center. I was able to attend a conference, not in my board capacity, but in another capacity, that was entitled Water in Schools at the Endowment Center in Oakland. This was a convening of many individuals throughout the state and included representatives from the state and federal government in regards to the importance of water and securing safe potable water for schools. And in fact, in the San Joaquin Valley, there is at least one, possibly two school districts where there is no potable water within the boundaries of the school district. The school district is the only facility that provides a water purifier on site that benefits the entire community. Otherwise, the community members have to drive 12 miles to obtain potable water. And it's because of the nitrate levels in the wells in that particular community. Another part of the discussion was the importance of water to increase academic achievement and health, and overcoming the barriers to providing water. And as you're aware, water is now required by law to be available for our students during meal times, both before and during the lunch period, and then any program that's an after-school program, water is to be provided whenever food is served. We had a very successful Contra Costa County Science and Engineering Fair on March 16th. We had approximately 300 students participate in the fair with 250 projects. And we had over 120 judges participate from various fields of science. What is exciting is I do believe that there was an increase in the caliber of the projects provided by the students, and I also attended the Mount Diablo Elementary School Science Fair that was held at Willow Creek, and I was surprised to learn that parents don't understand that the Contra Costa County Science Fair picks up where our elementary school science fair stops at 5th grade. So there is no science fair for students at 6th grade, but any student can participate in the Contra Costa County Science Fair beginning grades 7 through 12. And it does not have to be coordinated through a classroom teacher. Students can enter the science fair independently. So I hope that we will promote this experience in science fairs in the 6 disciplines that were offered for the science fair. We will have award winners going to the Broadcom Masters for the middle school students, as well as for the state science fair and the Intel science fair for the state of California. I want to mention our Children, Our Future 2012 and the website. This is the alternative funding measure for school districts next hopefully we're trying to qualify it for the ballot. It's sponsored by Molly Munger and the California State PTA. I hope individuals will take the time to review the governor's initiative as well as this one and consider supporting one or the other as far as gathering signatures. If you go to the Our Children, Our Future 2012.com website, there's a widget which will present